anytime the government goes to another country, just like when they go over there and get into wars and everything like that, like the president or somebody in the White House might have companies set up there. War is big money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when they went over there to Libya, Omar Gaddafi, he had a plan for his people. You know what I'm saying? And his plan pretty much probably would have brought the value of the American money down.
Okay.
So that means that you're messing with the government money again. You got to realize when you do stuff like that, you're messing with a corporation. Just like when they got Donald Trump in office. Do you really think they put him in office because he was the right guy for the job? He was the right businessman for the job. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
great again. Okay.
He was the right businessman for the job. Mm-hmm. He wasn't the right president for political reasons. They wanted a businessman in there because it's a corporation. You know what I'm saying? So they got in there who they wanted in there because he was a businessman. You know what I'm saying? So anytime they go into other countries and invade or go get in other people's business, it's either it's big resources over here that they want, or the person in charge, you're stopping something us from America from getting the resources, or you're going to hurt the value of the money over here with us.
Okay. When we talk about guns, I want to know, we talked about Oliver North. I want to know something, and this is backtracking. How is it in the African American community? There are trains that come through the community. And the young boy, a gang knows to break into a certain cart that is loaded with guns and get away scot-free.
You know, I go ahead.
You know what? Explain that to me, because that is mind-boggling to me. How do they know what train to break into, what train car to break in?
Because it'd be that one.
How the hell do they get away with it? Because there's so many cameras. Help me to understand, brother.
That's a plant. That's a plant in your community to keep the crime rate going, to keep the crime rate high. So we're gonna stop this train with all these high-powered weapons in your neighborhood for about a year, or not a year, a week or a couple of days, and we're gonna send another plant in there to let one of these brothers know on the street, hey, they got guns over there. They got guns on their train. You know what I'm saying? And they keep it there. And believe you me, they know you over there taking it because that's what they want you to do. Them plants are there to keep crime in the community. And when like I said, I know a couple of people that went to jail because of that. I know of a police officer or a situation in the neighborhood that was selling drugs to all the gang for drugs, selling guns to all the gang members for drugs. Mm-hmm. And he ain't in jail right now.
Mm-hmm. And you know what, brother? We got something in the chat room. It said, how do you control 6 billion Chinese? You seize the one thing they crave most: poppy seeds and opium. See the Afghanistan connection in that. You want to comment on that?
I don't know about the Chinese and the Afghanistan connection, but I know the government had their hands in them poppy seeds. How you think we got heroin over here? How you think we got opium over here? It just didn't come over here because we brought it over here. We didn't grow that over here. We weren't the ones that put. We didn't have the government planes and the government soldiers that brought that over here. It's the government. Once again, the government wants you to have drugs and crime because jail is a big commodity. It's big stock. It's money. We're all numbers to them.
I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to put this in a big picture, okay? I'm going to show y'all. This is what it's about.
Money.
Let it rain, baby. Let it rain.
Let it rain on our black neighborhoods. That's what they do.
You saying the lawyers make money, the prosecutors
make, the judge make money, Yeah, it's all a trickle effect. If they stop the crime in our neighborhoods, a lot of people gonna be out of work if we be conscious and wake up. Like, okay, all they trying to do is either the funeral home's gonna make money off us or jail. You know what I'm saying? And jail is what they want you to do because it's $1 billion business and there's billionaires into it. So, at some point in time, you're going to have to wake up, or either you're going to die or you're going to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, they're going to make money off you.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? That is true. You got another question, man. You got a lot of questions. It's a lot of people watch. Okay. But I want to encourage people that are looking at this show. You know what? Go to the bottom and share this on Facebook, on YouTube, on Tumblr, Prius, whatever social media platform that you have. We ain't talking about no football game. Damn it, no. The football game is on tonight. But we ain't talking about. We talking about something that's impacted our people. And when we talk about impacting our people, Larry, Hoover, and Jeff Ford coming out and creating a voting block. Would we get more justice in Chicago from them than the political structure that exists right now? Well, would people be held accountable?
Yeah, they would be held accountable. The code, our code in the streets would be back in. All these kids, these little kids and girls and boys out here just riding up the block and getting shot because one of these knuckleheads is coming up the block shooting. I would say it wouldn't be a massive change, but it'll be a change, and any change is better than none. Any change and a little bit of change will start a big change. So if they could get out and they could spark the brain of one young man, he could spark the brain of 10 of them. Them 10 could spark the brain of 12 of them. Them 12 could wake up 20 of them. You know what I'm saying? So once you be conscious and you woke, that's why they in jail. Once you be conscious and you woke, and like I said, that's why they in jail and wake up the masses. You're messing with government money.
I believe that my children will get more justice from them than the power structure that exists right now. Because, and I believe that would they, this is a controversial question, would they hold a politician accountable just as the Anti-Defamation League holds politicians accountable to the community? Anti-Defamation League, which is good, what is led by Jewish people. Okay. Would they hold the politician just as accountable as the Anti-Defamation League, in your opinion?
In my opinion, they should.
I'll say, would they? I'm talking about Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover. Would they hold the politician accountable just like the ADL and the Anti-Defamation League does to the political structure?
I don't know. I don't know. And
let me say that with their voting block. That's what I'm asking you. With their voting block.
I think they will hold the politician accountable that they helped get in office. If they're not holding up to their word, if they come to them and say, hey, can you gather your people and let me get this vote? And I believe they're not going to do nothing do something for nothing. Those brothers.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Anti-Defamation League. Okay,
I have a couple Jewish friends.
Anti-Defamation League looks out for the behalf of
the Jewish neighborhood,
the Jewish people, and I'm asking you, would Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford, if they created that political power structure, be just as demanding to hold politicians accountable that are not looking out for the best interests of their people?
Yeah, I was just getting to that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would think they would hold them accountable for that because those two people love their people. You know what I'm saying? And if these politicians not getting in office and doing what they promised, those brothers are those are type of brothers that would hold them accountable, create a structure like that to hold them accountable. You know what I'm saying? And that sounds smart enough to do, because that sounds like something they would do. Yeah, I believe that they would. They would, because I believe the politicians will come to them and ask them to help them get these votes, and they're not gonna do it for nothing. And those type of brothers are like, hey, I'm gonna need you to do this for my community, bring some jobs in here, help me get these kids off the street. You know what I'm saying? And then if they do it and they agree to it and they get them in office, yeah, I believe they would create a structure like that, and they would hold people accountable, because they love their people, just like the Jewish people. They love their people too.
Let me say this to somebody. You know what? Somebody wants to say I'm anti-Semitic. I'm not anti-Semitic. You know what? Hey, I admire what the Jewish people are doing for their people. I admire it because they have a cohesiveness, and you know what? They're looking out for the best interests of their people. And you know what? I just wish my people would do the same thing.
Yes, sir.
And I say that with all due respect and not being sarcastic about that whatsoever. You know, and you know, I want to ask you something, man. You know what? Going back to something global. What do people in Chicago? We're talking about Chicago for 1 minute. What do people in Chicago do when regentrification is taking place on the southeast side of Chicago? If somebody does not know what regentrification means, that is a group of people that is being pushed out because the property value is going up. Okay, so in other words, we have like an Obama library that's going to be made, and we might have a gambling casino that will be made on the southeast side of Chicago. So what do we do when they send in inspectors to inspect homes that are 75 years old and is not up to code, and you're living from paycheck to paycheck, to push you out? What do you do, brother? Okay, what do you do?
The only thing I can say, what you do.
I'm saying it's a land grab. You know,
right.
What I'm saying is they send in building inspectors to come in to see if your house is up to code. And you know damn well your house is not up to code and it's 75 years old. Okay? And they come inside. What do you do, brother? What do you do?
All I say is try and get your house up to code.
If you live from paycheck to paycheck, I'm saying this is designed to push you out.
Right. Regentrification. You're exactly right.
Is it good? Is it right?
No, that's not right. That's not right, because some people have been in their house forever, like old people, senior citizens have been in there forever, and that's all they know. And now you came and pushed them out their house and push them out their property and send them to a worse neighborhood where they might get a bullet to fly through the window, or their grandkids can't sit outside and play, and they was living in the neighborhood that was safe for them forever. No, I don't think that's right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's right at all, for somebody to work all their life and have his house paid for and living a check for check, just living, and now here you come trying to put up a structure and push them out and either make them homeless or make them move out their house into an apartment or a worse neighborhood. That's not right.
Kevin said they coming out this property right now. Okay? But I would like to ask you, brother, what house is up to code that's 75 years old? What house? And the average person is just making it. What house is up to code that's 75 years old? Come on, talk to me. I don't mean to sound like Minister Farrakhan, but talk to me, brother.
It's none, I guess. None, I guess. But if you live in the pay, I mean, do what you try and get along. See if you get along. Go to a politician, and 9 times out of 10, if there's regentrification, the politicians are ahead of it. So that probably will work. I don't have no solution for that. I really don't have an answer for that. I can't answer that.
You see, that's been going on for years.
Yeah. And it's been going on for years, and nobody had an answer for it. So I can't. Who if they still doing it, then and they haven't made a law for them not to do it. Nobody figured it out yet.
They always not the smart thing to do with the new businesses that come in. Hey, that extra tax money should be towards helping to bring people's homes up to code.
Right. Exactly.
Like energy assistance, okay, or something like that. But you said they want to push you out and bring in a whole group of people. That ain't right, bro.
No, that's not right.
You know what?
Because when they make these structures and make these libraries at the Obama Center, now your property value then went up. The property value then went up way sky high, like you said, and like some people that I know was buying those house, the cheap $75,000 houses or or buildings in the neighborhoods and buying them up and just sitting on them and waiting until they come offer them some money for them to build or go ahead and it's all type of ways that scenario can go, but it's not right, man. You putting a lot of people out.